They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run with Darquan. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on 3rd down.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Here we go now.
He'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. It just needs a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
It's hauled in by Lee Smith. Give him 18 on that one. And the Browns are going to have a 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. He was trying to hit Darren McFadden out of the backfield. And it'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd down now after the incompletion. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. McCown again on 2nd and 10. He's got the rookie first-rounder, Corey Coleman. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it'll be 4th down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Penalty marker is down here. So bad mistake there by the kickers. The ball goes out of bounds. Now Darquan. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 12. And the Giants are going to get a 1st down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Massive. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Now Nassib. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And New York set to take the field.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Trying to shake off the intercept. Odell Beckham Jr., the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Odell Beckham, 94 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. McFadden, and a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 1:57 to go in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. On second down, McFadden. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. 3rd down and 3. Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Set! Green, 39!
McCown looks to throw on 3rd. And he's able to find Hawkins. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
McCown will try again on second down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 23 yards on the play. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really like to do.
And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Reese Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out come the Giants. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Over the middle to Beckham. A very solid gain of 27. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Back to throw now on first down. He's going to air one out. out. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Victor Cruz with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Give him 3 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
McCown throwing on 2nd. He's going to loft one deep left, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Cooper Taylor. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
Nassib. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. The final shot before half from McCown. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he slings one that's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Jacob Shum now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%.
Green, 39.
And a play fake, McCown. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It's the big offseason signee from Miami, Olivier Vernon. In there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
All right, here we go.
On third and long, it's McCown. And there's and my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And they'll start this drive with a very good field position. They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. And now they're in the hurry up.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's a rare 2-miss ball game for him now. Normally one of the more dependable guys you're going to find around.
Very unlike him. One of the better kickers in the NFL. And I don't think there's anything wrong with him physically or mechanically. He's just having one of those games.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. 2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now McFadden, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Coleman has it here right side. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
They'll pitch it to McFadden, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
McCown throwing on 2nd. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough 3rd down awaits them.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Throwing is McCown on 3rd down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Andrew Hawkins, the intended receiver. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it. You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Hurry up, here we go.
Nassib. Room here to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. All day.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Now Nassib. And this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Miles White, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And we're back now here in Cleveland. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Out on the right, this is Cruz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
He'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. Here's Darkwan, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Now 3rd down and goal, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Orleans Darkwa, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Here we go.
There's McFadden as they begin on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard. So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Giants ready to come out now.
No. Check. Patriots. Hurry up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
They'll run again now with Darkwan. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Called it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Well, that was better than the first go-around when he lost yardage, but still nothing there, and that sets up a 3rd and long. Tough spot here.
Put it mildly. Sometimes I wonder if some of that old-school football should come back into play. You know what I would think here? Quick kick. Try and change field position, help out your team. He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game, and boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen with it faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still no yardage. Okay.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. It's McCown again. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And now here's a carry heading left. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Donald Butler brings him down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Victor Cruz with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From midfield, here's McCown. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Defense sinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And this is one of those, Charles, as broadcasters, we dread a little bit. We had to go deep into the stat sheets and notebooks to find stuff to talk about.
I hope you didn't notice, but I was stealing your notes as the game went along. I was like, Brandon was ready to go. Plenty of information. I started stealing from page 15 and 16 before you even looked down.
So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me? Coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me? Coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me? Take it up another notch and make it drop it and never take it down. Take it down. 30-something thousand watching, show me something.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's game features arguably the best defense in the NFL. The Browns are top 10 in fewest points allowed. And they'll be up against that Jets offense that wants to prove it can do some damage. So let's get out to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Larry. From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. They'll come out in the pistol. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Garoppolo. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football, and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
To throw is RG3. And incomplete to open things up. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And the quarterback, he's got some big threats at wideout.
And they seem to get bigger all the time, don't they, Brandon? Every time I look out and watch a game, we're getting these bigger, more athletic, acrobatic receivers. We have some today.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. As we get a look at the defensive starters, the secondary, they're certainly going to need to be on their toes in this one.
And you know me really well. Where do I start analyzing a game? From the secondary. And these guys have to be on point today. They're facing a high-powered attack.
On 3rd down, Griffin. And that's incomplete. The tight end, Gary Barnage, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down. Patrick Murray now on for the field goal. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to put through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They come out here in the eye. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Mostert. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. A look at the starting side for the offense and Brandon Marshall.
I think the thing that impresses me most about Brandon Marshall is his strength. How he runs his routes, how he wins against defensive backs downfield, how it's so tough to keep him from getting the football.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Decker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
Garoppolo now. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And he's brought down. These guys told us, these guys being the coaches, they wanted to really stretch the field, get the ball down deep. They were able to do that here.
And you know, when you stretch the field, you often leave guys in one-on-one situations, and that allows your better athletes to go up and get the football. I love the preparation that they put into this. They made it a priority, and they got what they expected.
This will be caught at about the 3. A good pickup there at 22. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
Joe Hayden is a complete cornerback. He tackles, he covers, and does everything with incredible speed.
Now Mostert. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. 3rd and goal now. Maybe the offense. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Matt Forte, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets can take the lead now with the extra point. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That'll be taken in the end zone. Look at the spin. And there's a flag on the play. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. He's got him in. Complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
There'll always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this one? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. To Decker over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
All right, here we go. Over.
Garoppolo. And able to find Decker. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Over. All right, here we go. Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
Another pistol look here. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Right side, there's Decker. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
And now a first down following that long gain.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll stick with the passing game. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And New York set to take the field. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and start this. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Desmond Bryant in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
This is taken at the 18. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a gain of 20 that time, and that leads to a New York 1st down. Garoppolo now. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back across midfield, he sanked at the 46. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He was looking for Devin Smith that time. And it'll be 4th down.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's Griffin. And that's incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Another pistol look here. And he motions the wide receiver. 2nd and 10. Once again, Griffin. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. On 3rd down, Griffin. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Sheldon Richardson in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position. New York set to take the field, and they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. Defense showing blitz.
Here we go. Green, 39.
Garoppolo. He's got time. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
This is Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give him a little bit of help.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The former Jet, Demario Davis, in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up? Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watching that Barney. Barney. Leopard. Leopard. Detroit. Detroit.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Again, they were targeting Marshall there. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down.
All right, now, look at 56.
Garoppolo now. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he's brought down. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, at these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And quickly, they get to the line. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Jets take possession. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. Shift together here from the D-line.
It's bad enough watching all the highlight reels, watching guys in warm-ups, going up and making these incredible one-handed acrobatic catches. But when it happens right in front of you, when you're defending him.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They're knocking on the door as they come to the line here on 3rd and goal from the 1. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets have made this a 1-score game. And this is back to a 5-point game. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And this is incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Griffin. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because that's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Right back for Marshall. This time it's complete. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air on a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Garoppolo. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm ready now for 2nd and 9. They come out here in the eye. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. On now is Nick Folk in the field goal unit for the Jets. From the left hash, this from 34.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
A decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position end up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
10 yards still left on 2nd down. Second and 10 now. Griffin. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler, Muhammad Wilkerson, brings him down. 2nd down following the run. Play fake to Johnson. Now here's Griffin. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. That time they were looking for the former Auburn Tiger, Ricardo Lewis. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. On 3rd down, Griffin. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
Garoppolo now. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Stephen Paya in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Smith catches left side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Penalty marker is down here. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. And tough starting field position here. Griffin going to give to Johnson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd down and 4. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Griffin, he's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
2nd down following the incompletion.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
2nd and 10, once again, Griffin. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Johnson on the counter. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. 3rd and long. It's Griffin. Looking for Barnage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the first-rounder, Darren Lee. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it. Not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
All right, here we go. Green, here we go.
Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. They get 31 yards that time. That's good for a Jets first down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. So the D-line's going to spread out. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. New York set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And on third down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So the offense lining up 1st and 10. Forte, the lone running back.
Green, 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Devin Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. So they fought half the battle here, but they're still down.
Plenty of work still left for them, but they delivered on the first step in their comeback attempt.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. That's fielded in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Now it's Griffin. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he's brought down after a good game. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Here's Griffin. He's going to look deep down the field. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful. Andre Hawkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs to stop here. Griffin. Now look out. Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Garoppolo now. Surveying the field. He's going to wind up and air it out. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the deep...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And some room to maneuver. There goes Duke Johnson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. They have the lead, still a one-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off, and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They come out here in the eye. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Throwing now is Griffin. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And New York set to take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. You've got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
He's back to throw. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Marshall, the lone receiver on the left side. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
They'll look to throw. Finding time. Now he'll escape to his left. He's going to... And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Stays on his feet. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And, you know, every win is sweet, and I'm sure everybody enjoys a huge victory, but sometimes only winning by 1 score, 2 scores, a field goal, that can feel pretty satisfying too.
Without a doubt, because now you know that your team responds in critical pressure-packed situations. As a coach, as an organization, that makes you feel awfully good.
So for Cleveland, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.